those of you who don't know who I am, actually raise your hand if you know a whole lot about Andrew Yang, and do nothing if you know nothing. All right, it's a real mixed bag. So I went to high school here in New Hampshire. I graduated from Phillips Exeter Academy. They just invited me back to speak, about a month and a half ago, which was really interesting because I had not been back since I'd graduated. So I graduated from Exeter. I became an entrepreneur. I sold an education company to a public company in 2009. And then I had this deep sense of foreboding because we'd just gone through this financial crisis. And I was like, oh my gosh, like our economy is evolving in ways that it's really marginalizing more and more Americans. So I quit my job and I started a nonprofit organization called Venture for America that helped train hundreds of young entrepreneurs to create thousands of jobs around the country in cities like Detroit, Cleveland, Birmingham, St. Louis, New Orleans. And during those 7 years, I realized that our economy is evolving in even more fundamental ways than I had realized from 2009, where the reason why Donald Trump won in 2016 was that we automated away 4 million manufacturing jobs in Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Missouri, Iowa, all the states he needed to win and did win. And then my friends in Silicon Valley know that what we did to the manufacturing jobs, we will now do to the retail jobs, the call center jobs, the fast food jobs, the truck driving jobs, and on through the economy. We're in the third inning of the greatest economic and technological transformation in the history of the country. It's called the Fourth Industrial Revolution. And we're reacting to it in one of the worst ways possible. We're reacting to it by pretending it's not happening. And so this is linked to the campaign finance issues because our democracy, in theory, would provide a feedback mechanism where if, let's say, we had an economy that was becoming increasingly inhuman and punitive, and 78% of Americans were living paycheck to paycheck, and 57% can't afford an unexpected $500 bill, and your life expectancy were to decline for 3 years because of a surge in drug overdoses, opiates in particular, and suicides, then in theory, your democracy would actually advance figures that might do something about the increasing inhumanity of the economy. And if your feedback mechanism is broken, which it is now, because now we've been overrun by corporate interests and the voice of the people has gotten muffled and silenced, then you wind up with something like a Donald Trump in 2016. And to me, the most disgraceful part is that as a country, we are still not even trying to figure out solutions to the problems that got him elected. Instead, we're blaming various symptoms and not trying to cure the disease. And unfortunately, the disease is getting worse. It is metastasizing. So these are the things that have come together to lead me to run for president. And as you've probably noticed, I'm not a politician. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm a problem solver. But this set of problems is among the most serious we've faced in decades. And we need to wake up to the fact that it is not immigrants that are causing economic problems around the country. It is the fact that technology is pushing our economy to a point where more and more Americans are going to have trouble getting by. So that is why I'm running for president. That is why I'm here with you today. And I am so pumped to answer the questions about campaign finance reform because it is vital that we take it back for the people of this great country. Thank you.
Great.